Hello! How's it going? It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. I've been busy. You know me, I'm good at multitasking, but I'll be honest too. You know me, I'm pretty good at streaming constantly. Wait, what the hell's happening with this? Hang on. Give me a second. What is this? Test. Is my little model not moving? Hang on. Let me close that. Let me bring that back up. Oh, yeah, it is me. It's your boy. I'm very tired. But I've got to get back into the rhythm of streaming. I know it's been a hot minute. Yeah, there's a lot of different versions of this game. I do have the Wii version as well. And I just got the PS2 version, I think. No, it was the Wii version I just got. I got it from some dude for $8, so. So what I wanted to sorry, I'm so out of it. Stage select. Please be aware that you cannot play stages in countries you've not unlocked. Okay. So I got all the DLC for this game too, by the way. I was missing a bunch of DLC. And I figured why not. So I got all this extra DLC for the game. So afterwards I can just play it. Not going to affect any of the story though. But there was like an extra 30 fucking levels for the DLC. It was crazy. Anyway, before we start, how is everyone doing? How are you all doing first? I know it's been a hot minute since I've streamed. It's been a hot minute since I've played this game too, so I'm gonna have to like take a second to really breathe in and oh my god. And then the other game I got in the mail today was Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games on the DS, because I didn't have the DS version, so I got that today. But I also felt like I left this too long. I haven't played this in a long time, and I felt bad because I'm doing it again, where I've done this thing where I'm not playing it at the time I want. But just to give you a quick thing of why I've been exhausted. I've not had the energy to stream. And it's funny because I know it's affecting me a bit because this is also my chill time. So I was like, no, I've got to get back to doing it. And the other thing too is I would just work through stream time. And so I was like, no, I've got to get back to streaming regularly again, because as much as I'm tired, I'm also working through when I could be streaming. Streaming's meant to be kind of my off moment, so. I was working that ass? Yeah, I'm working that ass. Horrible? You're going horrible? What do you mean? Why are you going horrible? Oh yeah, canned horror. Hell yeah, boy. I don't know how long we're going to be streaming for tonight as well. I'm not sure. It might just be a couple hours. My energy level is a bizarre one. But I like to see what we can do. Also, yeah, I just felt bad because the first time I played this, I did the exact same thing. I played it for a bit, and then I got distracted with something, and then I had to come back. And I kind of felt the same thing when Frontiers came out, and I stopped playing this, and I was like, no, I need to come back to this. And I was going to start something new tonight. I was like, no, I'm going to finish Unleashed. Because I don't consider this a chore, but I'm genuinely enjoying it. Like, Unleashed is really such an underrated Sonic game of the mid-2000s. It's not, there's something about this game that to me is just like certified banger. I just like it. I actually never watch anyone play Unleashed. Whenever I see gameplay of it, I think, shit, which Sonic game is this? That's understandable though, like... I know, like, when I first got this game, I got it on launch when I got a lot of my Sonic games. And I played it for a fair bit. I don't remember what it was that distracted me. And I was like, why did I stop playing this? I actually enjoyed it. And then later on, people were talking about how shit it was. And I never understood why, because I was like, I never really had a bad experience with this game. And so then when I went back, I realized, you know, I've really enjoyed this game. You're also doing horrible. What the fuck? Why is everyone doing so horrible? The fuck is happening? So on. It's left, isn't it? Left. Look at that. Game design, baby! Did I already get the thing out of here? I did. I did. I've also been, I'm pretty pinging off coffees today. I've had about 3. I think I've 3, maybe 4. I don't know. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting us. You have enabled me to buy coffee. So I went and bought some coffees. So I was really happy about that. Because holy shit, I was fucking exhausted. Left me so I can realize that. Dude, I don't want to take away from that. Are you okay for me to tell you a story? And I don't know if it's going to help or anything, but I'd like to tell you a story. Okay. It's not a good one, but it's, you know. So, I recently lost a friend. And I haven't been vocal about it because there was a part of me that was like, I didn't really feel it necessary to tell you peeps that, because I just thought it was such a low thing. But one of the things that really affected me over the last couple of weeks mentally, oh, I'm so sorry, Fancy. If you need anyone to talk to, dude, I fucking hate how much cancer is just, oh, fuck's sake. You know my line's always open, dude. So yeah, recently I had to confront my best friend. I say he's my best friend. He's been there literally like since God knows how long. He's been my mate. Most upbeat. Well, no, they don't always have to be upbeat, but he was a guy that he didn't break promises, but he was. And I'm not gonna say who it is because you guys will know him if I said who it was. But what really he was a bully, and he affected my mental health. He wasn't always a bully, but I feel like part of him didn't grow up from high school, you know. And I'm 35 now, so there's a big part of me that's like, why are we still, you know? But for what he thought was funny, it got to a point where I'm like, he's been doing it for 10 plus years, the same joke. And after a while, that kind of shit gets to you. You know, when somebody's like hammering something into your head for 10 plus years. Was it Clemdog? No, definitely not. No, there's nothing that can break that. No, Fun Dogs is forever. I think there's only ever been one time that me and Clem were ever mad at each other. And it was over like something like, not like petty, but it was like we just had an understanding, and it wasn't even like bad. Nah, Clem's like, it's funny though, like I think Fun Dogs is pushing our humor barriers a little bit though. I gotta talk to him about it to see whether or not, because it's funny how the humor scape has changed. It's definitely, yeah, I put on a Barbie horse adventure and he wanted to leave. Clem's just such a good dude in that respect that we don't have those moments. And we're very like, he's like one of my only friends. Like I would say like I've got maybe 3 really good friends. When I say best friend, I guess that kind of really doesn't, because I would consider Clem my best friend as well. But it's not Clem, so it's okay. I would say that, no, it's just another friend, but I've only got really like 4 really good friends, and then I've got like friends, and then I've got friends. Do you know what I mean? Can you feel the love in each friend? And then you got people that you just know. No, Clem's a fucking gem. I do have to talk to him though, because I felt like the other day was a bit uncomfortable when we were recording Fun Dogs. And I was making jokes that I was like, oh no, does Clem not like these jokes anymore? Because we used to like these jokes and now we don't. Like, I don't know. And now there's a part of me that's a bit worried that he doesn't. Because like, Fun Dogs is very, we're very uncensored when it comes to Fun Dogs. We do not have a censor bar on Fun Dogs. We just say whatever. Like we don't say it because we're like we believe in it. We say, like, when we say jokes, we say the joke because it's in the context of trying to be funny. It's never ever, we never ever say anything to be malicious or to be to show hate towards anybody or any you know. We are literally making jokes because, yeah, there is like a little bit of a shock factor, but also just because, like, I think humor is subjective and you can make fun of anything. So that's why, like, I don't necessarily recommend Fun Dogs all the time, but if you ever want to still see me in my unfiltered form, I would say pretty much Fun Dogs is where it's at. But no, it was even Aaron. Jesus. R-rated Game Grumps, but with less being actually bad at games and blaming the game for it. Well, it's true. Like, I know it's funny because I used to love Game Grumps a lot, actually. I'll get back to the friend thing in a minute. But I used to love Game Grumps, and I don't anymore. And it's really sad that I don't, because there was a level of I didn't mind that frustration sometimes watching them, but when it's like borderline incompetence, it becomes very frustrating to watch, especially when like they make fun of games when it's clearly obvious that it's not the game's fault, it's their fault. And that was the kind of shit that annoyed me a lot watching Game Grumps, especially like watching anything that they would talk about Sonic stuff when it's clearly obvious that they knew nothing about Sonic. But yeah, it kind of bugged me, and so like when I said I wanted to do Fun Dogs with Clem, I was like, I want to do it with my best friend. And not only that, I want to do it where we play games that we enjoy. But not only that, but also play games that we normally wouldn't play. And I don't want to necessarily like, sometimes I obviously put on like Barbie Horse Adventures to like piss Clem off. But it's funny because we can at least play the game and make like comedic jokes based on what we see. There's something like inherently funny about myself and Clem doing that stuff, but we're not like, we won't play a good game purposely bad. You know what I mean? So like, and I like to think that a lot of the games that we play on Fun Dogs are very unique to the brand. Like, Naughty Bear, I thought it was when Valora Valley Golf was amazing. You know, it's funny. That game, I've been wanting that game for so long. And when I finally found a copy of it for the Saturn, I was so excited to tell Clem. So, like, when Clem comes around and we play games together, the other part of Fun Dogs that you guys don't get to see is I have such a high level of enjoyment showing Clem games that he's never seen. Because there's a lot of shit he doesn't know about retro stuff as well, even though he's around the same age as me. But there's also this other part of it that's like, I love making Clem feel happy. And when we were playing Valora Valley Golf, there was just nothing but pure gold in that. And we spent a whole day playing that game. And I couldn't believe it that we played, like, I think, like, in the end, like, it was unfiltered footage. It was like 2.5 hours of golf. But when you can sit there with your best mate and play and then just, like, riff and stuff and make stupid jokes, then fuck yeah. Exactly how I felt watching Naughty Bear. Yeah, no, it's the same thing because Naughty Bear... You know what's funny? I almost bought Naughty Bear the other day because part of me... I wanted to stream it, like, I wanted to play it on Fun Dogs, but then I was like, am I playing it for me and Clem, or am I playing it to prove a point? And I felt like a bit of it was like a prove point thing. Like, if the Game Grumps did it bad, we don't need to do it bad thing. Do you know what I mean? So part of me was like, maybe not, you know. I try my best to make sure we don't play anything that they've played. But it's gonna happen. Oh my god. Spam guy, get out of here. I want to get the gold edition. You would do it for you because you love that game? Okay, well I can do that for you. Just for the DLC. What gold edition? Of what game? And I'm glad people like our chemistry because I think it's funny. Somebody commented the other day on Fun Dogs and they said that they really loved the chemistry that we have and how unique and fresh it feels. Because I want it to kind of feel like... I never really want to... Like, it's hard not to compare it to things as well because obviously people are going to compare it to, you know... They're like, oh, it's kind of like Game Grumps, but it's a little bit like Oni Plays. You know, there's a little bit of editing involved and... You know, I try to give it its own spin as well. And me and Clem are such two very different people. That's why we like we like doing it because it's just fun. Watch Fun Dogs in a while. I'm excited for my eventual massive binge session of it. Well, I'm glad. Like, never feel pressured. Naughty Bear's a gold edition. Oh, okay. I'll have to have a look. Oh, nice. The one I saw for 360 was, I think it was just the regular edition. I think. And yeah, I didn't because there is a part of me that there is an irritating part that I don't like being associated with Aaron, but I mean, that's just me, so. Oh, shit. Oh, I got a hidden videotape! Sonic's porno. Oh, yes. Fuck, this one's an intense level, man. That was not for the faint of heart. Kind of off topic, what is your mic setup? I got an AT2020 mic. I've got, I'd say a 4-year-old computer. I love the music, it's great. Gaia manuscripts. I'm playing this on an Xbox 360. I like to play 99% of my stuff on actual hardware. It's not that I don't I don't. It's not that I don't believe in emulation. Like, I never want people to get that impression of me. I think emulation's fine, but there's just something about playing on original hardware that fucking gets my rocks. So. But yeah, I'd say that, like, oh, and that we just did a big recording for Fun Dogs yesterday. We played 3 new games. One I was really disappointed of, by the way. First of all, you joined fake. I have to say, I was really disappointed. There is a game that we played yesterday, which you'll eventually see. It was a fishing game, and I was so excited for it. And we got it, and turns out the game's internally bugged. Like, when it got released, it was permanently bugged. And so we couldn't pass it, and it was so annoying. But the other games we played were pretty good too. We've been debating on what games to go back to, though, because obviously there are games that people want us to finish, and people that don't want us to finish, and... We try to make it casual as fuck, as I'd like to say. There's another streamer I like, and she uses the term casual as fuck. So I would say how we play our stuff is very casual as fuck. So. There's an overworld. Yes, there is an overworld, yeah. Eminem Shelter. Yeah, it's been one. Clem doesn't want to return to it, but I want to, because I feel like we can finish it. When you compare it to the games he doesn't want to return to, I think Tomba's the one that he doesn't want to do the most, because it's just so much work. Sweet. You need to play the Outlaw sports games. Yeah, well, now that we've got them, it's funny because the other thing I want to do too, because the biggest thing I've been doing is I'm trying not to focus on... Sometimes when I buy games, I buy them with the intention of buying them for Clem, so we can play them on Fun Dogs. But then there's also this thing of, like, I don't ever want Clem to feel like we have to force playing anything. So what I try to do is I try to like, when he comes around, I go, what do you want to play? You know, like, what do you feel like? And then and I think that's what makes it more casual for us, because it never feels like you're having to force anything. It's just sort of, we bring it up in conversation. But those are on the list. We do have a list, but we try not to, like, we just casually go to it. That's why, like, you see us return to stuff every now and again. Also, on a side note too, oh, that's right, I changed the voices. Also, if you notice the internet dropping in and out, my internet's been really shit the last few days, so if it does drop out, I apologize. Speaking of other videos though. We've been working on the next DAT game, which should be like less than a week away. The DAT game DVD, which is looking pretty cool. I secured the plushies. The plushies have been secure. Package secure. Yeah, that sort of stuff. Got a lot going on. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. Where, oh, look. I'm trying, bro. Look, Detour Scent is what we'll do next. What did I think of the latest Mario movie trailer? That's actually something, I'm surprised nobody's asked me about that, actually. It has been a while since I've streamed, though, so. And my plan is to be back regularly now, so. Apart from one Sunday, so. What did I think of it? I was very impressed. I think the second trailer, like the first trailer was very wowy, right? But there was so much in the second trailer we should have got. Because there was so many questions that were left in the first trailer that it was very hard to kind of, it was very hard to kind of like be skeptical on a lot of things, especially hearing Princess Peach. I wasn't worried about like Charlie Day, but I know there was some people that were. So there was like bits of information that obviously like people were worried about. I thought the trailer is very good. It really showcased to me it really showcased what the movie's really going to be about. I think that you know, given the games, it's got good lore. I think my favorite part was obviously seeing Mario Kart being mentioned in there. I think Nintendo would be very dumb not to do a new Mario Kart game after this, but then again, they're doing this whole DLC thing, so part of me is thinking that this like track pass thing was like a quick venture into like making some quick cash for that. And they didn't actually have anything planned. The big question in the room, obviously, is what does Seth Rogen sound like? But I think he'll be fine. I think that it looked great. I still think Chris Pratt sounds terrible. I don't care what anybody says if they're like, oh, he sounds okay. He's phoning that shit in so much. It's ridiculous, man. I was just like, wow, man. Like, talk about that secret voice. And I'm not one of those people that says Charles Martinet could have done the whole hour 45. But we've got a running joke in our house now where literally my wife will look at me and she goes, wahoo, let's a go. It is me, a Mario. Because he just... The funny thing is, right, is like, I hate saying it, right, but like, it sounded like he was kind of trying in this one a little bit. But it's like, it sounded like he was whispering when he's like, wahoo. Like, it was just like, come on, man. Oh, Sonic fan character, yeah. It's sad I know that. What else is in English? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I know there are obviously a lot of people that are quite annoyed at that sort of stuff. Like, you know, they hate when voice actors replace people. But I really think Nintendo did this whole thing of... They really didn't want this movie to fail, so they got the biggest name. But I wish I could be a fly on the wall. Because part of me's like, what was his process getting, like, what was the interview process? Did he have one? Or was like Shigeru Miyamoto like, oh, Chris Pratt, we must get him. Like, was that it? I know some people are like fobbing it off, but I also feel like it's because I love Mario games, right? Not as much as Sonic, but I love Mario. So like I'm quite open to a lot of the stuff, you know, but there is a big part of me that because if you take that opinion to Twitter, a lot of people are obviously going to complain about what you want to say about it, but I think that I don't think it's the right voice, period. I think if anybody says that it is correct, I have this thing in my head that's like, are you just coping? Because that doesn't feel right to me. It feels like a coping mechanism. I really don't think... And you know what's funny? Like, every other person... I said, yes. Miyamoto doesn't care. I was told I was being a hater. No, well, that's the thing. I stopped speaking up about it because I got told the same thing. And it was the same sort of thing when they were talking about how... They're like, yeah, well, you're lucky you got your Sonic movie the way it was. And I was like, yeah, but it wasn't even really about that. It was the fact that... Like, the difference is Nintendo's not going to listen. We know that for a fact. But I just don't understand the process that they had, which is... Because there's no way he didn't, like, come on, we gotta think about this for a second, right? Like, did Chris Pratt literally go into a room and he got introduced to Shigeru Miyamoto and he's like, Miyamoto-san, I've got the best impression... And he just fully goes like, ah, wahoo, it is a me, Mario. Like, and then Shigeru Miyamoto was like, that's slightly racist, my dude. Can you just talk like you? Because I can't think of how else that went down except for the fact that they didn't talk to him at all and they just cast him. Because Chris Pratt is so cool. No, everything else in it is great. No, I 100% agree. And you know what the worst part is? Is I think his performance is going to ruin that movie. Like, it's going to be like... Websites are going to give the movie like a 10. Like, right? But I think his thing of that is going to ruin it. If Bob Hoskins was alive, I would have told him to do it. I know people are saying Danny DeVito, but if Bob Hoskins was alive, I would have got Bob Hoskins to do it. Chris Pratt pisses and shits himself. I wouldn't be surprised. It's just such a weird choice too, because we're in this era now where playing anybody else is kind of weird. Like, I feel like they didn't even have to go with the like high-pitched wahoo. They could have gone with, hey Luigi, it's me, Mario. They could have gone with Super Mario Super Show style. And I think forever Chris Pratt's going to be remembered as that line he said, which is, I have a really good Mario voice for you guys and I cannot wait for you to hear it. Unless we're being baited. Unless there's a huge bait and then by the end of it he gets kicked in the balls and he's like, oh, and he becomes Mario. Yeah. Go to hell before you die. Please. That's the only way I can see it happening. Is it over here? It's over here. His first sexual experience, yeah. I don't know, because part of me is like, what if this is the long con? What if Nintendo's playing this huge con? And they're like, alright, what we gotta do is we gotta bait everyone to make them think this is the shittiest fucking, like, voice. But then right at the end, he's like, oh, whoa! They could have got Vinny from Vine Source to do it, and he would have been just as good. You know what's funny? Like, I wasn't a huge Ben Schwartz fan until I watched Space Force, and I really liked him in it. I'd never really seen Ben Schwartz in anything prior to that. Like, I'd never, you know. So for me, I was like, okay. And the big part of me was I didn't want Sonic to be too cocky, but I also wanted him to kind of like be able to, like, you know, at least fend for himself in a sense of the voice. And he did such a great job. I can't see anybody else doing it now, apart from Roger Craig Smith, if they ever went in that direction, you know. Like, that voice acting is perfectly picked. I don't think anybody in the Sonic movie I really thought was a bad pick for anybody. Yeah, it's so weird. It's really weird to think about. Yeah, that's where I store my wine barrel. Yeah, okay. Wahoo. Any secrets up here? Surprising. Okay, there's a yellow switch that needs to be pulled. Movie where Chunky's dead because of crystal coconuts. I actually really did not mind the 3D show. You know, the show I was watching the other day was Reboot. Do you remember Reboot? That was a good 3D animated show. I've been watching it, and I went out and bought the PlayStation 1 game of Reboot. No, not Reboot, you fool. Reboot is cursed, yeah. Oh yeah, Reboot for PlayStation 1. How did that go? What do you mean? Like, it's not a bad game. What are you talking about? It's alright. Yeah, $20. I'm a big Reboot fan. Like, Reboot was a huge thing for the 90s for me. So I was like, fuck yeah, Reboot. Hell yeah, boy. So I decided to please stream it for... Wait, really? Is this something I don't know about Reboot now? What? Are you serious? Because Clem wanted to as well, and I was like, maybe we should. Yes. Why? I didn't realize how much of a PlayStation 1 era nut you are too. Do I want to see you play the game? Well, I don't understand why the excitement all of a sudden. Is this something I don't know about the game? Is it bad? I didn't mind it. As a kid, I found it really difficult. And I was telling someone the other day the reason why I bought it was because I felt as a kid I didn't appreciate it enough. And I wasn't going to pay like 60 bucks for it, but I saw it in a secondhand store for $20 and I was like, fuck yeah. And I remember renting it and just like, I couldn't pass the first level. So I ended up just cheating my way through the entire game. And I know that the story in... I'm pretty sure the story in the PlayStation 1 is unique. They just used some cutscenes from some episodes and then they filmed some others, I think. But I'd been kind of like... I wanted to go back. And then so then the other day when I actually picked it up, I was like, you know what? Like, I'll play the first level just to see if it was as bad as I thought it was. And it wasn't. My brain had told me that it was tough. But I really didn't find it that tough. But I might do if I fun dogs it. Did you see the Clive and Wrench physical collect? Not the collectors, no. I pre-ordered the other one though. Because I love my platformers. So I did, after that link you sent me, I did. Because I'm also like, as much as I like physicals, don't get me wrong, like collectors and stuff, I'm at a point now where I'm having to decide what I'm going to get as a limited and what I'm going to get as a regular. And I've like been like, no, I'm just gonna like not get too many crazy like. I pretty much placed my last order with limited run games. They're gonna have to really impress me now from this point on if I'm ever gonna order from them again, I think. Oh, I see. It wants to remove the box over there. Yeah, collector's edition, nice. What did it come with, if you don't mind me asking? What do they do to break my heart? I'm just sick of waiting for like 14 months. And I think the other part was, it wasn't just that video that came out recently, but the thing that opened my eyes a lot was the word limited run doesn't mean anything to them, but also that other websites can buy the license. And so like knowing that limited run can make a limited run of them, but you can go get the game from another website and it's not printed by limited run, made it more interesting for me. And so like when I was trying to get River City Girls 2, I was like, I'm not waiting another year for River City Girls 2. But Play Asia was like, oh, we'll have it delivered by Christmas. And I was like, well, why does it take them 12 months to print the same fucking... And I just got really mad, like... Yeah. And I just couldn't process that information. Because I feel like limited run's really backlogging themselves when... You know, Play Asia's doing the same thing, and yet... And it's funny because I did order something from them recently, and Play Asia literally took 2 seconds to like send it to me. Well, not 2 seconds, but it took me 3 months. And then even when I did Funbox Media, yeah, that was like 2 to 3 months as well. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, why are these like so like quicker and yet limited run is so slower? Is it just because they're slapping their fucking dainty logo on there? I couldn't for the life of me figure it out. So, which is funny because Limited Run emailed me today and they're like, River City Zero is on its way, and I was like, wow, I've actually forgot that I ordered that. So I ordered River City Girls 2 from PlayAsia, and then I'm gonna give away my Limited Run copy because I'm getting the double pack. It's cheaper to get the double pack than it is to just get the other game. And then the last thing I ordered from Limited Run was Grim Fandango. Oh, that's pretty cool. So that's not too bad. I mean, I've been a big fan of it for a while, but there was a part of me that's like, I felt like I'd just be getting it for getting it. As much as like I felt like I was a huge fan of Clive and Wrench, watching the development. That's why Hat in Time, I was all over that shit. I got that limited shit. Can they come in the shop? No, they don't like it in here. Yeah, the last thing I ordered from Limited Run was Grim Fandango because, and it wasn't even the collector's one. I actually was held really good restraint in not getting it. The reason why I did, because I know Grim Fandango's already had a physical run before on another website, is because those runs of those games are like $150 to get a physical copy of Grim Fandango. It's actually cheaper if I get it from Limited Run, so I did. As much as I hated myself for the idea. If I get anything from Limited Run ever again, it just won't be like... It'd have to be something very specific. Let's have more restraint. I just feel like the Shantae shit got milked so dry. It almost feels like the Shantae stuff's like they're trying to make money for a new game almost. Like, it just... I don't understand why we need 12 different iterations of a skateboard. It just seems silly and borderline embarrassing. I mean, I get it. Like, if someone wants to, like, you know... Shantae getting milked. I mean, I get it if you want to, like, fucking get skateboards. If that's the thing that you collect, you know... I don't know, it's just, there was a part of me that's like, I don't, like, no. And when the illusion is broken away, and this is the last time I go on about it, I apologize, I'm bitching now. That whole thing of like, well, it's not really limited. Once I figured that out, it really just didn't make me... It just made me feel like why? No, I do too. See, I didn't mind it. I thought they were great, but now there are other companies that do it way better. And you know what? Surprisingly, PlayAsia, it does a really good job with them. I've had no trouble with PlayAsia. They've been really quick about it too. They want to give them money. Yeah, I know. And you know the worst part is they do them so frequently. It's actually ridiculous. Because you know for a fact that not only are you going to be getting that, it'll come out somewhere else, but then you're going to be waiting for how long? It's actually ridiculous. Like, the wait time is ridiculous. Yeah, PlayAsia and Funbox, yeah. Players is great because they get their Japanese games early, and then they'll get, rather than having to wait for like an English translation, you could get maybe one with subbies, you know. And I think that's a really good like alternative route to that. You know, if you want to go that route. But I'm going to be giving away a couple of my other ones as prizes soon, so hang tight. If you guys missed out on some, I'm going to give some away as like prizes. Nice. I like how long these levels feel too. You never feel like they're too short. You actually get some serious gameplay out of these. Sonic Forces moment. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Oh. Fuck, that was some platforming finesse. Fuck. At least it like kind of kills you so you don't have to go back up again. Fucker. I'm like not predicting that. If he comes in and punches him into Minecraft and it's like Super Smash, I would be like, that's pretty cool, Mario. It's fucking Oddworld Abe's Odyssey grinding gears here. What the fuck's this? It's funny because like the ability of having a Smash movie is pretty up there. I don't want one though. I think it'd be too much. It'd be like a Wreck-It Ralph movie, I guess. Like you would. That's the whole idea is cameo, cameo, cameo. And then he says creeper, oh yeah. Look, I'll be honest with you, if they did, I think Sonic in the third movie is gonna mention the Mario movie. Like he'll be playing Mario or something. Or he'll mention like Plumber's Quest 7 or some shit. There's a part of me that thinks that movie is going to acknowledge the other movie. Like the Mario movie wouldn't. But I think the Sonic movie's got enough attitude to want to do it. Oh. It was close. Sonic, wahoo. Fuck. Yeah, I think they have the ability to do it. Do you reckon Sonic will get the Game Award for Player's Choice? We've sweeped him. You want Live and Learn something? Be honest with you, I think they'll have to do it at some point. I think they're pretty close to acknowledging that kind of music. Are you expecting a plumber? Yeah, see, that kind of shit. I think they'll do that. That's the other part of the key. Always looking around for bits, because they do hide a lot of stuff in these levels. We did it! We did it, team. I like how he just left. I don't think we've done Rooftop Run yet. Out of all of them. D for dick, you know it, bro. Look at that smasher. Let's do unleash strength. And then unleash. And then we'll wait on the last bit. You want to become Smasher with G-Tor? She is single. There you go. I gave you some lore tonight. Sonic, I was waiting here. I've got something from the professor. I think he came up with something after reading more manuscripts. But hey. Uncanny camera cleared. What? Fucking what? Shut up, Tails. What the fuck was that? Uncanny... I guess I just take that back to the professor, I guess. I don't know what the fuck uncanny camera is, though. Oh no, he's dancing with his furry. Yo, is this just turning a fucking fatal frame? What? They're about to do a harem. I'm gonna touch one of my wives? I don't think so, baby. And love potion. Good game. They're still doing updates for that, right? Or has that now been fan taken on board? What have you eaten, Tyrion? Did you eat something that you shouldn't have eaten? It's fucking my dog. It's so weird, Tyrion. Always pee after sex. It's true. He just fucking Spider-Man'd out of there. See, that was amazing. Now you can help fix all the folks going a little bonkers at night. So when we go to the professor when you run out of flashes. Oh shit. Okay. Go to capital again. Let's have a look. I mean, everybody looks like they're acting weird, bar none. Like, oh yeah, he wants to find the... Yeah, okay. Oh, his son's at the top of the tower. I think that's just an irresponsible parent. Fucking hell. Okay. So he's stuck up in a... Why would you leave your son up there like that? Whoa. What? Bro. No. I'm not doing that again. Excuse me. No. Come back for that. Your son is stuck in the tower. That is just your responsibility. That was just frustrating. Come back for that one. No, you two aren't acting weird. Okay. And we're just gonna let a child die? Yeah, if you're an irresponsible parent and you, like, quote me on this, you can fucking clip it. If you're an irresponsible parent and you leave your child to fucking... then it's your fault. What if it was a cat? Still same thing. If it was a dog, it'd be a different matter. If it was a dog, it'd be a completely different thing. It's a motherfucking dog, son. Manuscript suggests somewhere in Chunan. Nah, I'm good. Love it. Like, don't forget to pick up some souvenirs while you're out saving the planet. Okay, well. Thanks, fuckhead. Okay. Return to world map. Oh, new area. The small town in the mountains has passed down its meat bun recipe for generations. Oh. It's about to get a whole new set of buns. A fucking cake, if you will. A fucking werewolf cake. But... oh, no. Am I hungry? There's gotta be something to eat around here. Can I step in the water? I can. Sonic the sewer rat. Sonic has returned to his primal form. Hey Shade, Slime Girl Smoothies is my player's choice. It gets my game award. It's not part of the game awards though, bro. You can't just start handing that out to fucking... you can't give that to me. I did find it really cute that year when everybody voted for Shay Lucart for the Steam Awards. I thought that was really cute. But I thank you for your patronage. We need H Game Awards. I think we could do it. But what would it be? Like, would you send out an actual trophy? Like... I don't know if, like... I mean, I wouldn't mind hosting. I guess, like... I guess it would matter because a lot of people say that I'm biased as it is because I review games and I, like... make games. But... maybe, like... there'd be so many categories. I wonder if, like... I guess you could do, like, self... you could do promotion. So, I guess... you could have it that, people could submit their games and then people could vote on them, I guess. I guess that's how it all works, really, in the end. I do like the idea. Whether or not it be like physical trophies or... There was another YouTuber who tried doing it one year. He ended up not doing it after that. I wouldn't want to do it all, man. I feel like you'd have to have co-hosts for it. Suppose an individual. No, I agree too. Plus, I'm too exhausted. If I could see a bunch of people doing it, then yeah. I would happily host the thing. running the thing, I'd be too exhausted. I'm already doing 500 things at once. If someone wanted to put together a small team of people, I'd be happy to. I did one once. I forget the name of the channel. Because they're not around anymore. But they did a hentai game award. And they let me submit. It was weird because, like, well, not really weird, I guess, because it's not how it works. But I submitted Shady Ludka. I think I won an award that year. But it was just a YouTuber thing. And so I was thinking, like, I guess if you had sponsorships and stuff. I think mine was, like, most innovative, I think. I don't remember the award we won. I guess it's disrespectful in itself. But yeah, you'd need to have it that it would be run by multiple people. At least a committee. And then even the voting system. But I'd be like the Hugh Jackman or the Ricky Gervais. You know, you invite me to tell jokes. I would lay down the law in terms of the industry and how I feel it's like, you know. I've had a lot of people say, like, it must feel weird, like, because now if I try to take someone under my wing for publishing, I don't necessarily review them, but if I've reviewed them prior, then how does that work? Like, then I take them under my wing. I just, like, assume that that's my previous thought on the game and my thoughts have changed. If you know what I mean. Reviewing my own game, though, would just be weird. Especially if it was a one I was publishing. Now I know. Okay, well, I gotta go up there now. Sliding puzzle games. Oh, dude, I like when I say that I want to joke on stuff, I've already got like 500 jokes in my head. Like, there's 500 jokes in my head already. It's not very hard to, like... Why can't he go all the way around? That's better. I was like, bro. My neck is killing me today. What up, Sed? I don't have Ring Dash yet, do I? No, I don't. Sorry I gave you so much work, Sed. And sorry I put it in the wrong channels. Oh, porno tape. Look at that. Sonic's VHS of that time that he sucked off a dude. Nice. Thanks, Sonic, for sharing. Because of your new pen. Nice, dude. Are you also happy that your website's coming together? The design you made? The official Shady Corner website. There'll be a live feed of my crotch 24/7. You'll be able to watch how much, like, hours. Well, I mean, you designed it though, but yeah, I guess it'll be hours, yeah. You'll be live 24 hours and you'll be able to, like, see my dick. And, you know, people will be like, I wonder what Shade's dick's up to today. Look up there, man. I feel like I can cheat it. I know it wants me to do the wall jump, but I feel like I can... I can. Oh, thanks. That means a lot. I'm excited. Then we're going to have a new home for all of our games. You know, I think it's going to be really cool. You can get up. Oh, you can get up there. You can cheat. Gamers, we're going to hack. Episode 1 of Shade's Hackin' Sonic. As am I. No, there isn't. That's what I like about it. We can do our own art for it. I'll obviously be paying for that stuff said, so don't hesitate to write that stuff down, okay? But tell me what you need me to send you today, okay? I've like cheated. Oh! Son of a bitch. Whew. very good. How do you get up there then? Wants me to do that first. Okay. Act 1. A lot of night levels this session. Alright. Well, there's already a secret behind me. Let's go, gamers! The dinner brown. Nice. He chomp, he stomp, he whip, he flip. Also, I want to say thank you, peeps, for all coming out